The fear of the Lord is what I would like to speak to you today. Day 35 of our challenge. Only 5 more days to go for us to finish, and we have so much to speak still. I was reading my Bible, and I would like to advise you to read Proverbs if you want, if you like. I don't know anyone who doesn't like reading Proverbs. I'm gonna open my Bible in English because I have mine in Portuguese here, Portuguese. So let me open mine in English so we can. I speak so much oh, I can't hear myself. I don't know how you guys bear with me, but let's see. Let's read Proverbs. Proverbs, where are you? Here. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Knowledge. This word. How many things you desire to know? How many times you want to know the answer to a question about yourself, about, a situation that is happening in your life. You have a question inside of you, and you would like to have the knowledge of the answer to that question. And the Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. When you fear God, wait, he scared me. He came on the chair out of nothing. He wants to sleep. But it's me who's gonna be showing today, not him. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But the fools despise wisdom and instruction. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. And I was thinking about the fear of the Lord. But this fear is not a fear that comes from being afraid. I really wish I can express myself with this now because it's very important. The fear of the Lord is so deep. It's much deeper than being afraid. Because perhaps you think like this: oh, if I don't do this, I'm going to hell. Oh, if I don't do that, I'm going to hell. Oh, if I act like this, I'm going to hell. So it's a fear that you have of going to hell. But it's not a fear of the Lord. And I'm going to give an example. I have my husband. And I don't like to do things that I know he doesn't like. Because I have a fear of hurting him. I have a fear of making him sad. I have a fear of, taking the peace from him. So I work in myself in a way where I respect. I try not to do the things that he doesn't like. I work in myself from the moment that he says, Fernanda, I don't like this in you. So I need to work because I fear displeasing him. But I don't fear displeasing him because I'm gonna go to hell. I fear displeasing him, but not understand the difference. So let me explain better. The fear that I'm talking here is about, for example, you fear God. You fear doing wrong because you fear displeasing your God. You fear keeping a grudge, not because you're going to hell only, but because you're going to displease God. You know that it's something that is going to make him sad. It's going to make him not happy with you, and consequently, your salvation is at risk. But it's not a fear. I don't know if I can express myself well. When you fear God, you fear doing something that will displease him. So how can you love sin if you fear God? I received an email another day of a lady saying, Nanda, I live in sin and I know that is wrong, but I like it. How can I change that? And I'm going to answer you now. You love sin. You love this that you are doing because you don't fear God. You don't love your God. Because when you love someone, when you have respect for the wishes of that person. And if you love God, you would have respect for his wishes. And at the end of the day, all the wishes of God for us is for our own good. It's not for us to suffer. If he says sex after marriage, is it for us to suffer? No, it's for you not to suffer. It's for me not to suffer. Not to suffer after when I have a child and I'll have to take care of that child all by myself if I get pregnant. This is the fear. This is why he wants us to do his will. So we will be able to have the best. But if you don't work on this love, work on this respect, on the fear of the love, then you are always going to be far from God. You are always going to be in sin. How can you, if you don't fear God, you don't have the basics. It's the basic. First thing, and is again, I repeat, it's not a fear of going to hell, it's a fear of God and consequently going to hell. When you fear your Lord, you are going to be doing everything to please him. And then, even though your desire is to do something, you are going to do what he wants. So your desire is to keep a grudge, but God doesn't want that because you fear him. You're going to go against your flesh and you're going to throw those grudges into hell. If you fear God, but you are in this relationship when both of you are having sex and you know that it does not agree with the will of God, it's against his wishes, it's against what he advises. So you fear God, you although you wish to do that, oh my God, I just pulled my hair. So although you wish to do that, you don't do it. You go against your flesh. That's where, your mind goes against your heart. Your flesh wants that, but because you fear God, because you know he wants only the best for you, you go and you step on your desires and you start hating those things. You start hating. It's a work that you have to, evolve inside of you. It's a work that you have to start hating. Although your flesh likes, but your mind hates because you know that it goes against the wishes of your God. It goes against him. And consequently, it's going to hurt you too. So you fear him. You keep away from sin. You keep away from what is wrong. Because you fear him, you want to be beautiful in his eyes. Because you fear God, you want to do everything to please him. Even though sometimes these things will go against against your will, and you're gonna go deep. You're really gonna go deep to take these things out of you. This is the fear of the Lord. This, it's beautiful. For our God, this is beautiful when we fear. When you know that if you lie, you are going to, escape. But if you speak the truth, you will have to pay the price. You pay the price because you fear God. And you go till the end. You go till the end. You keep, because sometimes, as we said, we have things hidden and we have to be uncovering. What else? What else is in there? What else do I have to deal with about myself? It's the way that I do, it's the way that I speak, it's the way that I whatever. I fear God. I want to do everything to please Him. So you are going the right way. When you fear God, you fear displeasing Him. You don't want to do anything that goes against His will. It's the beginning. So even though that sin seems good for you, for your flesh, you don't do it. And you start hating that. You even hate because you like. It's kind of strange, isn't it? You hate it because your flesh likes it. And then you start hating and hating and hating, and you never do those things again. Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You have to look at yourself today and see, is there any fear inside of you? Fear of the Lord? If not, you have to start working on it. You have to start asking, my God, you have to go back and start understanding everything again, so you can really understand. First of all, you need as well to understand His will for your life. So it's going to be a deep process that goes deep. Of course, you're not going to know everything once along our lives, along the way. We start uncovering things about ourselves. And then all of a sudden we see, oh, this is not good. Then you take it away. Immediately, you throw it out and you move on, pleasing your God with the fear of the Lord. I'll stay here for today, but we'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.